Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
The online classes, I'm sure that all of you are doing great. Okay students, let's begin with the new chapter for CET NEET, which we have already covered in our theory class, that is Animal Kingdom. You all like this chapter because you all love animals, right? So even this particular chapter having more weightage for NEET. Minimum 4 questions appear almost every year from this particular chapter for NEET. In 2020 only there are around 4 questions appeared, 2 from invertebrate phyla and 2 from vertebrate phyla chordata for the NEET 2020 exam from this particular chapter, Animal Kingdom. So 4 questions means 4 into 4, 16 marks, that is the weightage. Let's start, take out your worksheet students, and let's start discussing each and every questions. We'll come to first question, that is question number 1. I'll read out the question for you. In some animal groups, the body is found divided into compartments with at least some organs or organ repeated. This characteristic feature is named A. Segmentation, B. Metamerism, C. Metagenesis, and D. Metamorphosis. Now, what is metamorphosis? It is the developmental process in some of the animals. For example, in case of insects, we have studied in cockroach. In insects, for example, there are eggs. Eggs will hatch to form larva. Example I give for butterfly. The larva will pupate, it spins the cocoons. There is a liquid which is drawn from its salivary gland, and with that liquid it prepares a protective covering which becomes hardened when exposed to the air, and that forms the cocoon, and from the cocoon the adult butterfly will come out. So there are different step-by-step stages during the development of the butterfly or the insects, which we call as metamorphosis. So it has got eggs, then larva will develop into pupa, eggs, larva, pupa, and pupa will grow into adult. This stage of development, that is called as metamorphosis. Now, what is metagenesis? We have studied in coelenterates or cnidarians. The term metagenesis means alternation of generation. Metagenesis means alternation of generation. So, what is altered in this generation? The polyp, which is a cylindrical form, which reproduces asexually and forms medusa, is an umbrella-like structure, and that medusa reproduces sexually by producing gametes, male and female, and which once again forms the polyp. So polyp gives medusa, medusa once again polyp. So this alters in the life cycle of coelenterates or cnidarians. Okay, for example, in case of obelia, we have already studied, right, in the animal kingdom. So such kind of alternation of the generation in their life cycle of cnidarians referred to as metagenesis. What is called as metagenesis. So that is not the right answer. The body is divided into compartment with at least some organs repeated. So this is called as metamerism. That is the option 2 is the right answer. Now what is segmentation? Now segmentation means the body is externally and internally divided into segments. The body is externally as well as internally they divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. Okay, serial repetition of at least some organs. So this characteristic feature is named, for example, in earthworm, the body shows the pattern called metameric segmentation, and this phenomena is called as metamerism. Of course, it is a segmentation, but since there are repeated units, these repeated units in the body, they are called as somites or metameres. This particular type of segmentation is specifically referred to as metameric segmentation or metamerism. So, if there is no metamerism, then just you can go for segmentation. That is where the CET or NEET questions are a little bit tricky. You may say segmentation is not correct, segmentation is also correct, but which is better answer? The metamerism is more better than segmentation. So formation, the segmentation is there, okay, externally and internally, which contains repetitive units. These repetitive units, these are called as metameres or the somites, I explained. So that phenomena is called as metamerism or metameric segmentation, okay, which you can find in case of earthworm where certain organs are repeating, like excretory organs, nephridia are repeating, nephriospores are repeating in different segments. This one, CET, the locomotory organs, they are repeated. Parapodia in case of nereis, it is repeated. So such repeated units are present, and those are called as metameres, and formation of the metameres is called as metamerism. Understood? So the right option is, for question number 1, option B, that is metamerism. So shall we move to the next question? So question number 2, for question number 1. Given below are types of cells present in some animals. Each one is specialized to perform a single specific function except the 4 options are A. Carnocytes, B. Interstitial cells, C. Gastrodermal cells, D. Nematocytes. So what is the right option? We will see what are nematocytes. So the question says, given below are types of cells present in some animals. Each one is specialized to perform a single specific function, but exception is there. Out of 4 options, 1 is the exception, which is not specialized to perform a particular or single function. So that you have to identify. Now, nematocytes. What are these nematocytes? Stinging cells, isn't it? They help for offense and defense mechanism. ರಕ್ಷಣೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇಟೆಯನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ animals. So that is nematocytes or stinging cells, which is found in nematocytes, which is found in cnidarians or coelenterates. Correct? This what we have already studied. I have explained with the help of the diagram, the nidoblast, which contains the stinging capsule, that is called as nematocyst, and that nematocytes, the cells are called as nematocytes, and those nematocytes they help for defense mechanism because they produces the poison. Okay, so they are capsules that are specialized cells in the cnidarians and acting as paralyzing with the help of the sting, paralyzing the prey, and helps for defense mechanism. And also it helps after paralyzing the prey for capturing it. Correct? That is the function. Now what are gastrodermal cells? the gastrodermal cells. Gastro means it is related to the digestive system. Gastric gland means it is present in wall of the stomach in humans. Here the gastrodermal cells are present in the gastrodermal cavity or gastrointestinal cavity, that is the alimentary canal. Here this gastrovascular cavity, what do you call? The gastrovascular cavity, what do you call? Where the food is digested. It has got a lining of cells. Okay, it has got lining of cells. So those cells are called as gastrodermal cells. So it has got gastric epithelium or gastric epithelium cells, which forms the top most layer, that is epidermis. Okay, so the gastrodermal cells which are having the lining of epithelium, that is called as gastric epithelium, and this gastric epithelium made up of cells, they are called as gastrodermal cells. That is also found in case of coelenterians or cnidarians. So that is specialized for a particular function. Now see the A option, conocytes or the collar cells which are having whip-like structure, flagella. So these conocytes lines the spongocoel as well as the canals in case of sponges. Alva? So they help for mainly the water transport system or canal system. That also we have already studied. But what are interstitial cells? So what are those conocytes are meant for? When they beat their flagella, the water current along with the food particles will come through the minute pores called as ostia and move to the spongocoel, the cavity, and from the spongocoel the food particles are broken down and they are absorbed, and the extra water and excess of food will be removed out through another opening called as osculum. So water enters through pores called as ostia, it moves into the cavity that is called as spongocoel, and from the osculum the water will once again move to the surrounding water media. Now what are interstitial cells? These interstitial cells actually they are present in case of cnidarians only at the base of muscle cells. They are present at the base of muscle cells, and these interstitial cells are undifferentiated cells. Undifferentiated cells because whenever any particular type of cell is damaged or broken or removed from the body, that has to be replaced by the new cells. For that replacement, any type of cells, okay, is done by these undifferentiated interstitial cells which are present at the base of the muscle cells, in case of cnidarians. So these undifferentiated cells, differentiated innೂ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. So these undifferentiated cells which helps to replace the damaged cells, okay, or the torn out cells or the old cells, those are called as interstitial cells, which have the ability to replace any kind of cells. Have the ability to replace any kind of cells in the body. Amazing, isn't it? So that cells may be having multiple functions which are newly replaced cells, because any kind of cells are replaced. So that is multiple function, that is interstitial cells is done. So the multiple functioning is done by the interstitial cells. So or they form the cells which are having the ability to form multiple functions. Those are the interstitial cells. So that is the right option. Okay. So these cells are not only made to perform a specific function but multiple functions. So it is an odd man. So it is an odd one. So that option number 2 is the incorrect one out of these 4. That is option B. Got my point, students? Yes. So we'll move to question number 3. Which one of the following sets of animals ಶೇರ್ ಎ 4 ಚೇಂಬರ್ಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್. ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ? 2 ಆರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 2 ವೆಂಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ಸ್. 2 ಹೃತ್ಕರ್ಣಗಳು, 2 ಹೃತ್ಕುಕ್ಷಿಗಳು. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್: ಎ ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್, ರೆಪ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್, ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್; ಬಿ crocodiles, birds, mammals; C crocodiles, lizards, turtles; D lizards, mammals, birds. This is the right option. 4 chambered heart ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಸ್. ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಯಾರು? ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಯಾ ಡಿ ಯಾ? ವಾಪಸ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್. ದೆನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಏವ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಬಿ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಸಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಬೋತ್ ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಸಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರೆಪ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ರೆಪ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್, okay, only in crocodiles they have 4 chambered heart, which are highly evolved, okay, among the reptiles, highly advanced animals, crocodiles. That's why they have 4 chambered heart with 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. But lizards, although they are reptiles, they don't have 4 chambered heart. They have only 3 chambered heart with 2 auricles and a single ventricle. So which is more efficient heart, the heart of lizard or whether it is the heart of crocodile? Yes students, you are correct, it is the heart of crocodile which is more advanced and more efficient in pumping the blood to the different body parts. So the option is option B, crocodiles, birds and mammals. Got my point? We'll move to the next question. Question number 4. Which of the following pairs of animals has non-glandular cell or skin? Non-glandular, gland means always they have certain secretions. ಗ್ರಂಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸೆಕ್ರೀಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್: ಎ snake and frog, B chameleon and turtle, C frog and pigeon, and D crocodile and tiger. So what is the right answer? If you see the snakes, they are reptiles, so they have non-glandular skin, correct? If you take frog, it has got glandular skin. When you touch the skin of the frog, it is very slippery, okay, because they have mucus glands. It secretes mucus, which is a kind of sticky thing. So when you try to catch the frog, it slips from your hands because of that sticky thing, okay. So snake and frog, snake is okay, but frog is not right option. Chameleon and turtle, chameleon is and turtle both are belongs to reptiles, and reptiles have non-glandular skin. Skin is rough, okay. Then see again frog and pigeon. Pigeon, of course, they have oil glands at the base of the tail. Frog have mucus glands on their body. Then D crocodile and tiger. Crocodile is a reptile, so they have glandular or non-glandular skin. Do they have any glands? No, right? Tiger. Tiger is what? Tiger is a mammal. Do our skin or skin of mammals like tigers, they have any glands? Do they have any glands? Pairs of has non-glandular skin. Yes, they have glands, right? Tiger is a mammals. We have sweat glands. We have sweat glands, correct? ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೀಷನ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದೆ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಓಕೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎ ಸೆಬಾಷಿಯಸ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೀಟ್ಸ್ ಸೀಬಮ್, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇನ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ ಫಿಸಿಯಾಲಜಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಸೊ ಟೈಗರ್ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ. ಫ್ರಾಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಫ್ರಾಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಪಿಜನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಸರಿಯಾ? ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲದು ಬೇಕು. ಫ್ರಾಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ನೇಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾಮೆಲಿಯಾನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟರ್ಟಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡುಲರ್, ರಫ್, ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಫ್, scaly or made up of epidermal scutes, correct? Epidermal scutes I have explained in the theory class in case of crocodiles, and scales in case of snakes, right? So chameleon alli kuda you can see rough skin without any glands. So the right answer is option B, chameleon and turtle both belongs to reptiles. Got it? We'll move to question number 5. Birds and mammals share one of the following characteristics as a common feature. ಯಾವ ಕಾಮನ್ ಫೀಚರನ್ನು ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ಎ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕಿನ್, ಬಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಕೆನಾಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್, ಸಿ ವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಿಟಿ, ಡಿ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಬ್ಲಡೆಡ್ ನೇಚರ್. Both birds as well as mammals, they are warm blooded, ಅಂದರೆ homeotherms. They have the ability to regulate their body temperature. Their body temperature will not change according to the surrounding temperature. It remains constant. Wherever you go, humans, they are mammals. You go to the Himalayan range, the temperature is cold, but your body temperature remains same. You go to hot desert, the temperature is varying, but your body temperature remains same. So you will not tend to change your body temperature with the surroundings. So that is why mammals and birds, even the birds, they are called as homeotherms or warm-blooded animals. Whereas the reptiles, if you take fishes or amphibians like frogs, they body temperature change according to the surrounding or ambient temperature. That is why they are called as cold-blooded animals. ಶೀತ ರಕ್ತ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು or ಪೈಕಿಲೋಥರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಬ್ಲಡೆಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸಿ ರಕ್ತ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಡಿ is correct. Then viviparity, viviparous means I already explained, which give birth to the young ones. Viviparity means they give directly birth to the young ones without laying eggs outside. So in mammals there are certain exceptions I told. There is duck-billed platypus, bill of duck. It resembles the bill of the platypus. That is why it is called as duck-billed platypus. Platypus bill, it resembles the bill of the duck. In that is platypus. Okay. Ornithorhynchus ಅದರ scientific name. ಇದು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಥಿಯರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರಿತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Ornithorhynchus, it has the ability to lay eggs. They are oviparous, they are not viviparous. So C cannot be the option. Let's see the B, alimentary canal with some modification. What modification? In birds there is a modification. There are additional chambers like crops for storing of food and gizzard to break the harder food particles are additional chambers which are present in case of birds. But mammals there are no additional chambers. So B cannot be the option. A, pigmented skin. Do we have pigments on our skin? Yes, we do have melanin pigment in our skin. But what about birds? Birds don't have any pigments. Okay, so that cannot be the right option. So the right option is the option D, warm-blooded nature. Got my point? We'll move to question number 6. Which one of the following sets of animals belongs to a single taxonomic group? All belongs to a single taxon category or group. Which is that? Cuttlefish, jellyfish, silverfish, dogfish, starfish. A, option A. B, bat, pigeon, butterfly. C, monkey, chimpanzee, man. D, silkworm, tapeworm, earthworm. A, cuttlefish. Cuttlefish means scientific name is sepia, belongs to mollusca, phylum mollusca. Jellyfish means aurelia, which belongs to phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria. Silverfish, actually it is not a fish. Silverfish belongs to phylum Arthropoda. The color of the fish is silver. That is why and it resembles, it makes a movement like a fish. That is why it is called a silverfish. But actually it is not a fish. It is an insect, and insects belongs to phylum Arthropoda. You can see in between the books, you see the old books, and if you open out, you can see a silver colored insect. It moves very fast. You might have noticed, right? And that fish, that is called as the silver fish. So actually it is not a fish, it is a silver fish. Dogfish, yes, Coliodon, what do you call? Its snout, it is appearing like a snout of a dog. That's what is called as a dogfish. Okay. Then starfish, it is also not a fish. Starfish. Dogfish belongs to Chondrichthyes, class Chondrichthyes, and Pisces, superclass Pisces. Okay. And phylum Chordate, of course. Starfish, it belongs to phylum Echinodermata. For example, starfish Asterias, the scientific name. Starfish belongs to Echinodermata. So that also belongs to the different phyla. So all the 5 animals what are mentioned in the option A belongs to different phyla only. That's so option A cannot be the right option. B, bat, pigeon and butterfly. Bat is mammal, pigeon is a bird, butterfly is an insect. So that cannot be an option. Scientific name of bat is Pteropus, flying fox. Pigeon is Columba. Then butterfly, Bombyx. Okay. So we will see that we will move to the next question. Question C. The next option, option C. Monkey, chimpanzee, and man. Yes. All are belonging to a single taxon. That which taxon is a single order called as Primata. So they are all primates. Okay. Man belong to order Primata. You have studied in living world, order Primata. So all are primates. That is the right option, C. Now we see D, silkworm. Silkworm. Sorry, not butterfly is not Bombyx, silkworm. That is Bombyx. Okay. From which you can prepare the silk threads. From the silk threads you can produce silk sarees, silk cloths. Then tapeworm, silkworm belongs to phylum Arthropoda, tapeworm belongs to phylum Platyhelminthes or flatworms. Then earthworm belongs to phylum Annelida. So all these belong to different phyla. So D cannot be a right option. Okay. So the right option is only the option C. We will move to question number 7, students. Which one of the following statements is incorrect? ಯಾವುದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ? A. Mesoglea is present between ectoderm and endoderm in Obelia. B. Radial symmetry is found in Asterias. C. Fasciola is a pseudocoelomate animal. And D. Taenia is a triploblastic animal. So which one is the right one after 4 options? Oh, sorry, which one is the wrong one? Incorrect. Taenia is a triploblastic animal. Correct, because it belongs to phylum Platyhelminthes, and members of the Platyhelminthes have 3 layers: outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm. So they are triploblastic animals. See, Fasciola is a pseudocoelomate animal. Fasciola hepatica, it also belongs to Platyhelminthes. Yes, it is also correct answer. Fasciola hepatica, sheep liver fluke. It's a pseudocoelomate, means they have false body cavity. Because what is false body cavity means? Between the ectoderm and endoderm there are mesoglea, jelly-like substances are present. True mesoderm is absent. Okay, and that cavity surrounded by those mesoglial layer of cells. B. Radial symmetry is found in Asterias. Yes, Echinoderma, they have radial symmetry. But larvae are having bilateral symmetry. You remember? The larvae of Echinoderms having bilateral symmetry, but the adults are having radial symmetry. So that cannot be an option. A. Mesoglea is present between ectoderm and endoderm in Obelia. Mesoglea, a jelly-like substance which is present in between ectoderm and endoderm. Okay, that is in case of Obelia. Obelia is what? Belongs to phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria. So in Obelia, if you see, whether it is diploblastic or triploblastic, it is only diploblastic. The body is having only two layers, ectoderm ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಸೋಗ್ಲಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಇನ್ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. So while analyzing the options, while analyzing the answer for a particular question in a NEET, okay, or in CET, you have to look for all the four options, even though you are confident that yes, the first one is correct, but there are few questions where another answer may be more appropriate than the previous one. So you need to be very careful. You cannot just guess or you cannot just come to the conclusion by looking into the one or two options. You have to go for all the options. That is more important. We'll move to question number 8. Which one of the following statements is incorrect? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? A. In cockroaches and prawns, excretion of waste material occurs through the Malphysian tubules. B. In ctenophores, locomotion is mediated by comb plates. C. In fasciola, flame cells take part in excretion. D. Earthworms are hermaphrodites and yet cross-fertilization takes place among them. You'll see the fourth option. Earthworms are hermaphrodite. Yes, they are bisexuals because both male and female sex organs are present in the same animal. Although a cross fertilization takes place, if it is in the same individual, then most often self fertilization takes place. ಆದರೆ earthwormನಲ್ಲಿ they during the mating season juxtapose on each other. ಹೆಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೇಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವರ್ಮ್ ಇದು ಟೇಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಜಕ್ಸ್ಟಾಪೋಸ್, ದೇ ಮೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಹೆಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ, ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗೋನೋಪೋರ್ ಇದೆ 14 ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥವಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ಗೋನೋಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇರೋದು 18 ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬೆಂಡಾಗಿ ಗೋನೋಪೋರ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್, ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಮಿದು ಎಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಮೇಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಈಗ ಹೂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್, ದ ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಂಥರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಓವರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೇಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪರಾಗರೇಣು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್, ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಒಂದೇ ಫ್ಲವರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು, ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ಫ್ಲವರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಾದರೆ ಆ ಸೇಮ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಇದು ಪರಾಗರೇಣು ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದು ಅಂಡಾಶಯ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ದ ಎಗ್, ಓಕೆ, ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್, ದೆನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಅರ್ಥವಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಸ್ ದ ಎಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹರ್ಮಾಫ್ರೊಡೈಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಹರ್ಮಾಫ್ರೊಡೈಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು. ಇದು ಹರ್ಮಾಫ್ರೊಡೈಟ್ ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಆದರೂ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ಇನ್ ಯೂನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹಾಗೇ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯೂನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನೇ ಆಗೋದು. ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದರ ಎರಡು ರೀಸನ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದೇನೆಂದರೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅರ್ಥವಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಬೇಗ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಈಸಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಇರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 18th ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಇದು ಗೋನೋಪೋರ್ ಇರೋದು, 14th ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮಿಡ್ ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗೋನೋಪೋರ್ ಇರೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ದೂರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಒಂದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನೆಂದರೆ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಫಿನಾಮಿನಾ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ protandrous ಅಂದರೆ here the male mature or male sex organs mature earlier than the female. Male sex organs mature earlier than the female. So that mode of development of the sex organ, that is called as protandrous. Androecium ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೊಟ್ರಾಂಡ್ರಸ್, ಪ್ರೋ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಮೊದಲು ಯಾವುದು ಮೆಚೂರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಚೂರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಟ್ರಾಂಡ್ರಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಎಗ್ ಮೊದಲು ಮೆಚೂರ್ ಆಗೋದಾದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಮೊದಲು ಮೆಚೂರ್ ಆಗೋದಾದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಪ್ರೋಗೈನಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರೋಗೈನಸ್. ಗೈನೇಷಿಯಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಟೂ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್, ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ protandrous, another one is sex organs are present in different segments. In earthworm there is no chance of self-fertilization, although it is hermaphrodite, and there is always cross-fertilization. So option D is a not right option. It cannot be a correct option. Next we will see the option 3. In fasciola, flame cells takes part in excretion. Yes. So excretory organs in case of excretory cells in case of flatworms, that is Platyhelminthes phylum, it is for example fasciola, it is flame cells which throw the excretory waste in the form of flickers of flame. When it passes out, it looks like a flickers of flame. So these cells are commonly called as the flame cells. That also we have studied in theory. Then B, in ctenophores, locomotion is mediated by the comb plates. Yes, there are 8 ciliated rows of comb plates which are present in case of ctenophora. For example, Pleurobrachia and Ctenoplana. These are the comb plates. That is why they are commonly called as comb jellies. Jelly-like appearance, and they have comb-like plates which helps for locomotion. 8 ciliated rows of comb plates are present. So that is also a correct option. So the option A, in cockroaches and prawns, excretion of waste material occurs through Malphysian tubules. Yes, of course in cockroaches there are Malphysian tubules are present. What are Malphysian tubules? There are 100 to 150 thin thread-like structures which are yellow in color present at the junction of midgut and hindgut in case of cockroaches, which helps for elimination of nitrogenous waste. Which is the nitrogenous waste in cockroach? It is uric acid. So those tubules which are discovered after the scientist Malphysi, so they are called as the Malphysian tubules. Yes, they are present in cockroaches. But don't expect the same thing is present also in case of prawns. Though prawns belongs to arthropoda, cockroach also belongs to arthropoda, but in case of prawns, excretion of waste material not takes place through Malphysian tubules. There are specialized glands which are present at the base of the antennule. For example, prawn is the head adre, so they have a pair of antennae, and behind that there is a pair of antennule ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ antennule ಎನ್ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದರ ಬೇಸ್ ರೀಜನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ there is a special gland which is green color gland, that is called as green gland, which helps for the excretion of waste material in case of prawn. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಬಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ green gland which is present at the base of the antennule, and these antennule are the paired structures which are present behind the antennae. Antenna singular, antennae plural. ಸೊ ಆಂಟೆನ್ನಾ ಅದು ಇದನ್ನು ಆಂಟೆನ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಆಂಟೆನ್ಯೂಲ್ನ ಬೇಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲನ್ನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹಾಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೀಷನಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. Okay, so excretory organ in prawn is green gland, excretory organ in cockroach is Malphysian tubule. Excretory cells in case of tapeworm or fasciola, that is liver fluke, it is flame cells. Excretory organs in earthworm, it is nephridia. So you have to remember, excretory organs in humans, mammals, it is paired kidneys. Okay, very important for the NEET exams or CET. Got it? So the incorrect option is the option A for question number 8. So students, shall we move to next question? That is question number 9. Which one of the following is oviparous? Oviparous ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಎಗ್ ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಇಡುವಂತಹ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಯಾವುದು? A platypus, B flying fox bat, C elephant, D whale. Blue whale is the scientific name Balanoptera. Elephant is Elephas. Platypus is Ornithorhynchus, and flying fox is Pteropus bat. All are mammals. Mammals are usually having mammary glands and they are viviparous, but I told there is an exception, that is exception for the viviparity, that is you can see oviparous also some of the mammals like in platypus. So the right option is option A. Then coming to question number 10, which is more better, where is oviparous nature is more better or viviparous? Yes, viviparous is more better, because oviparous means the eggs have always danger when compared to the young ones, that they can be catched by the predators easily. Question number 10, which one of the following is not a poisonous snake? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಷದ ಹಾವು ಯಾವುದಲ್ಲ, ವಿಷಪೂರಿತ ಹಾವು ಯಾವುದು ಅಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಎ ಕೋಬ್ರಾ, ಬಿ ವೈಪರ್, ಸಿ ಪೈಥನ್, ಡಿ ಕ್ರೇಟ್. Cobra or in king cobra, that is Ophiophagus henna is the scientific name. Viper, pit viper, Russell's viper, Vipera russelli or Vipera, that is scientific name. Python ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾವ್. ಸಿ ಡಿ ಕ್ರೇಟ್ ಇದು ಬಂಗಾರಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ರೇಟ್, ವೈಪರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಬ್ರಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಪೂರಿತ ಹಾವುಗಳು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರ ವಿಷರಹಿತ ಹಾವು ಯಾವುದು? ಪೈಥನ್, ಹೆಬ್ಬಾವು. It is a non-poisonous snake. Okay. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಪೈಥನ್. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಪೈಥನ್ಸ್. Okay, we'll move to next question number 11. Match the following list of animals. 1 minute students. Yeah, question number 11. Match the following list of animals with their level of organization. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಇದು ಫೈಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So in one column they have given division of labor. Okay, ಯಾವ ಲೆವೆಲಿಗೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ವೆದರ್ ಎ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಬಿ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಸಿ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಡಿ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಫೆರಿಟಿಮಾ, ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಯೋಲಾ, ಸ್ಪಾಂಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಮತ್ತು ಒಬಿಲಿಯಾ. ಫೆರಿಟಿಮಾ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರ್ಥವಮ್, ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೇಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲೇಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ಫೈಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟು ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಅದರ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಆಯಿತು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ CET ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಯೋಲಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಶೀಪ್ ಲಿವರ್ ಫ್ಲೂಕ್, ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಯೋಲಾ ಹೆಪಾಟಿಕಾ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಪಾಂಜಿಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಪಾಂಜಿಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜ್, ರೈಟ್, ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಫೈಲಮ್ ಪೊರಿಫೆರಾ. ಒಬಿಲಿಯಾ belongs to phylum Coelenterata or Nidaria. Now, by knowing that organ level ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇರೋದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈಲ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಈಸ್ 3 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. B1 ಉಂಟು ಎಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ರಾಂಗೆ, ಮತ್ತು ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. B1 ಉಂಟು ಬಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಡಿ ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ B4 ಇರೋದು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಸಿ. ಸಚ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ NEET 2020. ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ. By looking into the one option only, you can identify which is the right answer, so that you can save time. You don't have to waste time in such questions, match the column type of questions, not all, match the column type of questions. Okay, so you can eliminate straight away 3 and save time. So C alli nodi B ಗೆ 3. Okay, then tissue level ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ tissue level obelia. So C is 4, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅದು ಉಂಟು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ನಂತರ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬರೋದು ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವುದು ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಫ್ಯಾಸಿಯೋಲ. ಸೊ A is 2 ಮತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ನಿಗೆ D. ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ನಿಗೆ D, ಅದು ಫೆರಿಟಿಮಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥವಮ್, ದಟ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಫೈಲಮ್ ಅನಿಲಿಡಾ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? So this is how you can identify the different answers. So let's move to the next question, that is question number 12. Body cavity is the cavity present between body wall and gut wall, ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು, elementary canal, in which in some animals the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Such animals are called, ಕೆಲವು ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡೇ ಜರ್ಮ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್. ಸಚ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್. ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, 3 ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟು ಆದರೆ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್. ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಲೇಯರಿಂದ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಟೋಡರ್ಮ್, ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್ 3 ಇದ್ದರೆ ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿಲೋಮೇಟ್ಸ್. ಎಕ್ಟೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಟೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದ್ದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸಿಲೋಮೇಟ್ಸ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಬಾಡಿ ವಾಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗಟ್ ವಾಲ್. ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಲೇಯರಿಂದ ಲೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸಚ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ A acylomate, B pseudocylomate, C coelomates, D hemocoelomates. ಯಾವುದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್? B pseudocoelomate. ಸ್ಯೂಡೋ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಸಿಲೋಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, is present between body wall and the gut wall. Okay, and in some animals the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. So body cavity is not lined by mesoderm, but it can be lined by what? Mesoglia, jelly like mass. Okay, so such animals are called as pseudocoelomates. Any doubts? Body cavity is the cavity present between body wall and the gut wall or the alimentary canal. In some of the animals, the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. So this particular concept, it is well explained in the theory class, as well as you can see in the NCERT. Okay, body cavity is pseudocoelom. Animals possessing are called as pseudocoelomates. In some animals, the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present as scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Such body cavity is called as pseudocoelom, and the animals possessing are called as pseudocoelomates. It is there in the page number 48. So, while seeing this question, you have to open the NCERT and you have to find the answers. Okay, you have to mark the answers in which page it is present in the NCERT reader or in the textbook. Okay, and you highlight those sentences. That means that particular concept is very important. It may come for the CET or NEET exams in future. That way you have to plan. Okay, so not just not just to study the worksheet, or not just what the teacher or lecturer says and you have to take that answers and only those explanations you have to take. No, but you have to see the NCERT textbook and you have to mark and say that it is a more important part, because question may appear, similar type of questions may appear in that particular concept. So you have to highlight that particular sentence in NCERT and also write the page number in the worksheet, in which page number in the reader that particular concept is present. That is very, very, very helpful, students. Okay. So if you are doing what the lecturer's teacher says regularly, promptly, then there is no question of failure. If you don't do, then there is chance. So students, the right option is option B for the question number 12. We will move to question number 13. Match the column A with column B and choose the correct option. There are two columns given, column A and column B. You have to match the column A with the column B. In column A, they have given the different phyla: A. Porifera, B. Aschelminthus, C. Annelida, D. Arthropoda and Echinodermata. In the column B, they specified what kind of functions are carried by those particular phyla. That is 1. Canal system, 2. Water vascular system, 3. Muscular pharynx. You have to strike off the comb plates. Then 4. Jointed appendages and 5. Metameres. So what is the right answer, students? Porifera, they have canal system. So A is 1. Find out where A is 1. It is both in C and D. You can straight away eliminate A and B. Second, B. Aschelminthus, the roundworms, alva. They have muscular pharynx, correct? So B3 ಇರೋದು B3 ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನನ್ನು ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸಿ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಡಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇಟ್. ಸಿ ಇ ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನನ್ನು ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಿಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್. ನೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 180 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, 180 ನಿಮಿಷ ಸಿಗೋದು. ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ವೆರಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಸಾಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಯಾಲಜಿನ ನೀವು ತುಂಬ ತೊರವಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಈಸಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಪೇಪರ್ ತುಂಬ ತೊರವಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ನೀವು ವೆಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಅನಾಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದರ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಡೆರೈವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸಿಗದೆ ಕೂಡ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ದ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಬಯಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 90 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು, ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 45 ಈಚ್ ಇರೋದು. ಫಾಲೋಡ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ಆನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ರನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ದೆನ್ ಅನ್ನಿಲಿಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಮಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ಜಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಅಪೆಂಡೇಜಸ್. ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೋಡಾ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಪೆಂಡೇಜಸ್. ಜಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಅಪೆಂಡೇಜಸ್ ಬರೋದು ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಈ ಎಕೆನೋಡರ್ಮಾಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ವ್ಯಾಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬರೋದು. ಸೊ ಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 4 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 2. ಸೊ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ. ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 14. Water vascular system is the characteristics of which group of the following? A. Porifera, B. Ctenophora, C. Echinodermata, D. Chordata. Just now you discussed. The option is C. Echinodermata. Question number 15. Segmentation of the body is first observed in which of the following? Segmentation ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? ಪ್ಲಾಟಿಯಲ್ಮಿಂಥಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿಯ, ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿಯ, ಆಸ್ಕಲ್ಮಿಂಥಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿಯ, ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿಯ, ಅನ್ನೆಲಿಡಾದಲ್ಲಿಯ? ಅನ್ನೆಲಿಡಾ ಅಂದರೆ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ವಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್. ಡಿ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೋದು. ಓಕೆ. ದೆನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 16. ಬಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಯೂರೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯೂರೋಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟೇಲ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಟೇಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂರೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟಾ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಸಿಡಿಯಾ, ಸಾಲ್ಪಾ, ಡಾಲಿಯೋಲಮ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್, ಇಸೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸಬ್ಫೈಲಮ್ ಯೂರೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? So chordates are having, phylum chordata is divided into 3 subphylum. Subphylum 1, 2, 3. So, Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. So Cephalochordata ke example ಯಾವುದು? Acidia, Salpa ಮತ್ತೆ Doliolum. So NCERT diagram, NCERT textbook ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಸಿಡಿಯಾದು. ಮತ್ತು ನಾನು ಸಹ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಥಿಯರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, ನೋಡಿ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಯೂರೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ a test or tunic. That is why they are also called as tunicata, a covering which contains glycoproteins made up of carbohydrates and proteins, that is called as test or tunic. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ ಹೊರಗಿನ ಕವರ್. So that is the body of the Eukaryote is enclosed in test or tunic. So they are called as tunicates also. So the right answer is the option B, test or tunic. Body of the Eukaryote is not mantle. Mantle ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು? Mantle, the body is surrounded by a thin layer, that is called as mantle. It is seen in phylum molluscaದಲ್ಲಿ. Shell ಇರೋದು ಕೂಡ phylum molluscaದಲ್ಲಿ. Then shield ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ? Shield ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ? It is in class reptiliaದಲ್ಲಿ shield ಇರೋದು. For example, in case of turtles, tortoises, they have shield. Okay. Skin is very hard. Epidermal shield ಇರೋದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. Or the shell is having shield, hard structures, those are called as shields. So enclosed in a shield. ಸೊ ಟಾರ್ಟೈಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಬಾಡಿಯ ಅದು ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ತಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಫೀಟನ್ನು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಶೀಲ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎ ಶೀಲ್ಡ್. ಶೆಲ್ ಮೊಲಸ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಮೊಲಸ್ಕದ ಕವರಿಂಗ್. ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಇರೋದು ಯೂರೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಸರಿಯಾ? So the other questions we will discuss in our next coming sessions. So dear students, we have finished till 16 questions in today's session. Go through all these questions, note down the points which I written on the board, take down my video lecture notes and practice more questions. And the reference book for NEET biology is not only NCERT. NCERT is the main, and apart from that there is a book called as MTG publication. MTG publications. MTG publications. NEET biology fingertips. NEET biology fingertips from MTG publications. NEET biology fingertips, it is the name of the book. The publication is MTG. So it is available with me also, it is available in the library also. You can take, read and return to the library. Okay, and you can share among your friends, your colleagues, your classmates. So it contains MCQ questions and extremely helpful. Okay, and you can ask with other lecturers which books we need to specifically refer other than NCERT reader or textbook for NEET and as well as in CET in their respective subjects. So dear students, thank you for watching the video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.